Well, the owners of Snow Cone Joe ice cream trucks are in Fulton County Court today facing harassment and stalking charges.
Former school bus driver is locked up and being held on nearly $1 million bail. He's been charged with first-degree sexual assault of a child.
One local ice cream truck driver is accused of doing something much more sinister. He's accused of touching himself in front of two young girls.
Their Washington State school bus driver, allegedly drunk at the time, rambles and drives erratically.
After the man behind the wheel of this ice cream van is busted for driving drunk.
I am crazy. I'm totally crazy. I am so fun crazy because I love life.
Former ice cream truck driver Michael Keatley was sentenced to 6 life sentences for those crimes.
Lynchburg police say a school bus driver has been charged after an alleged assault involving a student.
Boys and girls, we do have basic rules.
There we go. I was thinking about seeing if I could find a some sort of a mod for this, or like an effect that would fake the screen countdown, but get progressively slower every single time the number went up, and just not say anything about it for you. So like the 1 is on the screen for like 5 minutes, and just see how long until you notice. But so
start run.
We are back with number 16, episode 16.
Yes.
Dude, these mounts are so fucking bad.
I know. I actually had the easiest time setting it up tonight. It's just like,
what's the technique?
Have a table that accepts the mount. And then adjust literally everything around it. Like move the computer over, move everything.
See, I still think if I drilled a hole through the top and just put a screw through it, that would probably be fine.
Yeah. I could punch my mic really quick.
Yeah, you could give me like a seizure with your
phasing in and out.
Yeah.
Wow, we're stuck with it. Can't change it while we're recording, so you're in it for the long haul.
I can just, I might be able to change it. Hold on.
I'm speaking to you from the milk.
All right, whatever.
Look at me.
So I was laughing because you see in that video I sent you that was like one of the most insane things I've ever seen, where so the guy,
the arm wrestling one
video I sent you, the dude who was like originally staring, that was that same Krusty the Clown guy, the dude who shaved his head, that was that guy. And that was like they were in some like local Canadian arm wrestling gym.
Okay.
And just like in the background, 2 guys were arm wrestling, and they were recording for that dude's YouTube channel. And he was like, "What the fuck?" Had looked over, and that's what was happening in the back. And did you hear what the dude was yelling?
Oh fuck! How much you weigh, bud?
Yeah,
shit like that, with like a joint that's like 6 inches long hanging out of his mouth.
It was just a cigarette, and I'm pretty sure they said the guy just got back from ice fishing. That was like he like walked in, and he's like, "Oh, arm wrestling."
Okay,
oh,
yeah,
fuck.
I could see that happening.
So
yeah, that was really
the
funny.
funny part about that though was he was using in order to keep himself from getting pinned. He was using that Devin Larratt guy's secret move, which is
the hyperextend your elbow and
you, like,
pivot it out.
Snap your shit one way, they have to like break your arm to pin you. And then I was like, you know what, I want to see, because I think it'd be kind of cool to try like getting coached into arm wrestling for like a week and be like, okay, yeah, all right,
see what this can be about.
Well, see, I've always had the dream. My ideal dream would be to have an excuse to only work out arms and upper body and not do anything with legs at all. And be like, yeah, I have to do this, you know?
Yeah, my sport demands it. I can't do anything else.
But so I was looking it up, and one of the biggest ones in Michigan, the training. So apparently Michigan is an
arm wrestling hub.
I guess that's what.
Wow.
It means. I don't know, but there's one right by you.
Really?
Pretty big. Yeah.
I might have to pop in there.
The address later. Well, I was like thinking about I was like, oh, maybe I'll actually go and see, because like I think it'd be kind of cool to try. And then I looked at the people on. I'm not going to say the name because you could look it up and
sure,
you know,
you could echolocate me through the Googler.
But I looked at the people on it that were competing, and I was like, dude, I think I could probably beat these guys.
Yeah.
let me see if I can find them again, because it was making me laugh. The one dude was like
We could definitely go there and get into a fight with like an Iraqi vet, a Native American.
I don't think this is the style of person. Here, hold on.
Really? So are these like professionals?
Hold on. No. It's this. Do you see this?
Boy.
You see this guy?
The Kang of Michigan.
Yeah, but hold on,
yes,
you see
Anthony
this guy right
Perez.
here?
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't say his name, dude.
Well, he's getting got. That's
but
public
look at that.
information. That build.
I know, but the point
that.
is they could look it up, what you just said, and find where you live.
Oh well, you get around it.
And then this creature here.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would like to note also, see the angle in which this photo was taken.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I just don't think this. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I just don't think that like,
damn.
I don't know.
That does not look like
I know, right? That's why I was like, let me see what these guys are working with, and I saw them, and I was like, I think I could probably walk in there and.
Dude, the Kang of Michigan's. They're trying to support Roger. What's wrong with Roger?
His legs fell off again.
Well, he doesn't need them. He's part of the arm wrestling club.
See, that's what he did. He shot himself in both knees so he could be a better arm wrestler.
Dude, best of 5, right hand. No lefties allowed.
Turn your thing down again a little bit. Or move further back. I'm not sure what. I think you're trying to move closer, and it's like.
I haven't moved at all. Is this better?
I think that I remember being in high school and going to football practice and stuff. And thinking about how much I hated running and squatting, and I was like, man, like if I just got hit by a car and was like paralyzed,
life would be better.
Yeah, and I was like, I could literally just bench press, and then I could just, I used to be really good at running and squatting, but like now I'm in a wheelchair. You can't tell me you've never had that. What the fuck?
I've actually thought about like being completely paraplegic and just like, if I do that, I could just like lay in bed and just like watch TV all day.
The ideal thing would be to
get fed from a tube.
Will be completely paraplegic or quadriplegic, because para is 2, so quadriplegic, but somehow retain the ability to use all your fingers so you can still play video games.
Well, there you go.
And then you could just be like, my life has improved exponentially. All I can do is play video games and lay in bed.
Dude, maybe they're like quadriplegics. I mean, they're truly hedonistic. They only do things for pleasure.
So I was reading some stuff, and this honestly like blew my mind. Okay. So somebody posted a picture on one of those like fossil forum things that I show you sometimes, and it was of just like a giant dinosaur turd.
Nice.
Right? And I was like, huh. So I was like, I wonder what like the biggest human fossilized turd was that they found, right?
Dude, I bet there were some bangers.
Okay. Let me just describe this to you so you can I'll pull it up in a second. But,
okay.
They found a hold on. They found a fossilized Viking turd. Okay.
Okay.
And it was found it's called the Lloyd's Bank coprolite in England. It is a 9th century relic. Okay.
Okay.
And hold on, it's sold for $39,000, but it is this big. Okay.
Okay.
And it is 8 inches long and 2 inches in diameter. Okay, and that's fossilized.
Damn, dude! Imagine all the moisture
40% mass.
Wow.
So imagine like what would have happened with that coming out of you? Like what the fuck, dude? I mean, think about how big that is. That's like a baby.
Well, I mean, they probably weren't shitting on the reg, man. They were probably bottling those things up.
See, I feel like it'd be the other way around. I feel like in a life of constantly just like combat and raiding, you got to just let them fly.
You think? I don't know. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
dude,
they used to
every
eat like
time-
bark and like grass. I mean, maybe like the salmonella and the bacteria
Well,
they ate would give them the
remember, this was
shits
on-
constantly.
I don't know. I feel like if I was forced to be in combat all the time, I'd just
You just walk around shitting your
perpetually
pants.
pooping. I mean, dude, I don't like. You ever seen Generation Kill?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there's. I'm not going to describe a thing, dude. There's a part where a guy poops, and it's what I imagined constantly. The state of existence would be like bloody combat, and then take your helmet off, and then shit as fast as you can, and then bloody combat until you fall asleep. That's
There
just
you go.
what
You're
I
all
picture life.
storming the beach, getting off the boat. All right, guys, let's get them. You all simultaneously shit your pants. Be like, all right, let's do it.
That's why you wear your battle skirt, so you
Yes.
just let 'em
So you could
roll
just shit right on. Oh, that's why kilts were a thing.
Have you ever seen one of those like any of those like really stupid videos where the people, you know how people try to do that like lay sign language or body language expert like dissecting what people are doing? When
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
He like does this and that means he's fucking whatever.
Right.
There's one.
He
that's been
crosses his
happening
fingers
recently.
when he's sitting in the upright position. That means he's a homosexual.
Yeah, it signals to the crowd that he's gonna hit a sick dab on him. There was a video of Donald Trump, and so immediately the most unbiased opinion you've ever heard is about to come out of someone's mouth.
Yes.
And it was a video of Donald Trump looking at a pillar of an old building with his Secret Service and pointing something out.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it was just like one of those like old guy things where architectural, I mean, regardless of your opinion of him, he was like a architectural guy in one of the oldest cities in America for 50 years. So
Right.
probably
Yeah.
some sort of input on, oh cool, an old pillar of a building.
Right.
And it's like he points at it, walks forward, points to the guy next to him. They all look, they like nod, and then they just walk away. And he's like, yeah, and you can see right here, this is when he shits his pants. And then everyone's like, ew, you shit your pants. And it's like, dude, I don't like, you could say that about anyone. And then like there were people in the comments being like, yeah, at exactly 4 seconds you can see the secret security guy's like nose crinkle up, and he probably smelled the poop. This
At
probably
4
happens
seconds,
every day.
Yes, at 4 seconds, his nose crinkles. At 6 seconds, you can see the Secret Service agent insert his hand into Donald Trump's pants to remove the
No,
turd.
dude, it's like it was literally like, okay, do you think Donald Trump's gonna give us a leg shake? And it's like he takes a step and he pauses the video and he's like, there he did. He shook the turd out of his pants, and there's people being 100% real, like,
Wow,
he
dude.
shit his fucking pants. Or like that, the picture of or the video of them all posing for a picture in the Oval Office, and then it's a video of them taking a picture. So then after the picture's taken, they all stop smiling. And somebody's like, yeah, you can like hear him shit his pants, and it literally is like the shittiest edited in fart ever. And then they all stop smiling and say, yeah, that smelled bad.
So is there like an entire community that's like dedicated to psyoping everyone to making Donald Trump shit his pants?
I think that's like a pretty Reddit opinion that this is a common thing. Yes.
Okay. So like, do only naughties shit their pants all the time, or is this like any famous person's a pants shitter?
Now that you say that, it does seem to me that almost anyone that falls out of the Reddit good graces gets accused of pants shitting.
Damn.
Because there was. So I'm hesitant to talk about it just because it's just not even. It's just pathetic now. The iDubbbz guy. I brought it up a while ago, but I mean, it's just completely pathetic. So I think he has like actual IBS or something.
Okay.
Some actual medical thing.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure at one point his like terrible wife like told his stream that he had shit his pants when he like thought he was farting, and it's like that's like not cool, but whatever, whatever, right? So
hey man,
it's like,
happens to the best of us.
Well, I don't know. I didn't think it was particularly like I was just like, oh, okay, well I think this is weird, like whatever. And then every thread now on the I think it's called I Miss the Old iDubbbz is the subreddit.
Okay.
Where they just like all day long are like, I fucking hate him, right? Which I can appreciate because I'm a known hater of almost everything. But he every thread is like, I bet you he shit his pants right there. And it's like, dude, it's really just not that funny, man. You know,
Dude,
like,
oh my gosh. Imagine that being your existence. Just like,
hold on,
yeah.
move what you were doing. Move a little bit back and forth. It looks like there's like a shadow demon next to you when you go kind of quickly back and forth. Yeah, it's chasing you.
He is. He's looking. That's the pants shit demon.
Let me see here. Talk about something. Let me see if I can find the pant shit thing.
Okay. Well, I
Just
can't
tell me
remember
about
what we
something
were.
interesting.
All right. Well, you were talking about IBS, like the Crohn's disease where you're like bowels don't work or whatever, your intestines don't work. I was looking at like the Greek mythology and like Kronos, and he's like, how he's the son of Uranus. And I was like, oh, wow. So the Greek mythology of Crohn's disease is descendant from Uranus, and it's Kronos. Ha ha ha.
Wait, no, I don't want to listen to this. I remember one time we went to a planetary exhibit when I was in like elementary school,
Uh-huh.
and this like fucking idiot in our class who had a like picture perfect bowl cut that was gelled down, so like a mushroom head.
Wow.
Right? And he was like this fucking little shit, and his mom was always at the everything and just stirring the pot with everyone else's mom, just terrible, right? And we were at this planetary exhibit, uh and they like the school got something where each class could go through for the whole day, and it was like a big deal. And it was one of those crazy like 180-degree dome movie theaters,
Okay.
right? So you like look up at the ceiling, and it's like from horizon to horizon, it's like a dome.
Right.
So the entire night sky of the northern hemisphere is up there.
Yeah.
And they were doing like a tour of the universe or the fucking galaxy or whatever, the solar system. And this kid is like, how big is your anus? Like, just like whatever. And it was basically, the teacher was like, okay, no, like don't even engage, to the old man who was just like, well, Uranus, it just like completely didn't even, whatever. And the kid gets taken out into the hallway, and then his mom is following and screaming, and I'm sitting by the door, and before the teacher can even say anything, she starts screaming that he didn't know, it was a serious question. And I remember
LMFAO.
being like a child and just wondering like, if that wasn't intentional, how did she know what he was doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
How did,
Yeah.
That's what made me think of it when you were saying that. But
Dude, imagine getting a butthole joke pulled over you with a gelled down bowl cut. Is this the
I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. I'm
confirmed
trying to see.
pants shitter? Trying to think.
So part of it was damage control, was that his wife said he pooped his pants. So he said, actually, no, she never said that, but he does poop his pants. So he really got us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty. I feel pretty dumb now, actually. I thought.
Yeah, you
I thought
fucking
his
should.
wife was the one who did it, but actually it was him. Oh, mommy.
If you had two options, one to shit your pants quarterly or piss your pants every month, which one would you take?
Is it like random?
Yes. But you shit your pants 4 times a year, and you have to, or piss your pants 12 times a year. Randomly selected. Yeah.
I feel like you have to just poop your pants. 12 is too much.
See? That's where I'm at, man. Just carry an extra pair of undies, wrap that bitch up, and toss her out the window.
I think I would just wear diapers if it was like, this isn't until I did it, I would just wear a diaper. Or I guess you could do the old Your Obsession, the condom catheter.
Dude, that is a good point. I really want to get those for deer hunting.
Or you could just wear like 6 pairs of pants, so no one would ever know.
There you go.
You could have like a giant, perfectly round fupa, and people are like, "What's wrong with you?" Oh, it's a condition, and just don't explain.
I could be like, "No, dude, I have the colostomy bag, and it's just like a Ziploc taped to my stomach, filled with piss from the condom catheter."
I remember when there was a guy at work a long time ago, and he kept asking me to unload stuff from his car.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, sure, whatever. And then like one day he caught me in a bad mood, and I was like, dude, like you need to go do it yourself. I can't, you got to do it.
Yeah.
And he was like a little old guy.
Okay.
He used to be in our building, and then he died. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm picking it up.
Yeah. He then I was like, you need to go get this shit yourself. Like, I can't do this right now. I got other stuff to do. And he was like, oh well, I would, but and he like flipped his shirt up.
He flashed
like,
you.
Wrinkled. He has like literally a Hollow from Dark Souls body. That was like his body.
Okay. Yep.
And he had just a colostomy bag just dangling, like half attached, just filled with shit. And I was like, okay, I'll go get your stuff. Don't show me that thing. And I know from multiple people that constantly there was like colostomy bag content spilled all over the bathroom.
Oh, dude.
Okay, and there was a big fight throughout the building about who was causing the shit spills. Okay.
Okay.
And then when he died, they all magically disappeared.
Oh,
so,
funny how that works.
Yeah, I know, but I remember there was a huge point of contention was right near the end when things were really bad. There was constantly diarrhea spilled all over the baby wipes of another employee.
Okay, yes.
And like
I think I do remember seeing one of like the shit spills in the bathroom, and it was like a trail, and I'm like trying to make it make sense in my head because it didn't really cross my mind. I'm like, how does this even happen? Like, do you pull your pants down like 4 feet away and squat like a duck and walk to the toilet while shitting? Because there was like a stream of it, just like a snail trail of diarrhea going to the toilet.
I mean, yeah, that would, in order to achieve that, you would, like you're saying, you'd have to be like
pull your pants off,
yes, or something,
with it leaking out of you.
Yeah, just like, no, and like crab walking into the bathroom. But he,
yes,
even knowing it was a colostomy bag, I mean, like, was he like flailing his arms trying to get the thing off? Like, I mean, how do you? I feel like I would cause less of a mess with a colostomy bag than normal. You know what I mean? Like, it's contained, it's in front of you. You can. I don't know. Maybe he was filling that bitch up all the way.
I was about to say, maybe he was just so stingy. He was like, oh, I'll rinse this out and use it again.
Reuse it.
Well, there's another employee at work that had some medical equipment. I was like, yeah, I don't want to go back to get more. So can you drain these out? And it had all the nice human juices in it. And I had to drain it out and make a plug that was vacuum tight and be like, okay, here you go. So, oh, thanks.
Yum. I do know that guy who died with the colostomy bag, he was refusing to do anything besides smoke cigarettes near the end of his life at the hospital.
Yeah.
And they had to, in order to keep him alive, they had to like barter with him for him to drink Ensure milkshakes per cigarette he would get to smoke.
I mean, dude, I don't blame him, right? If you're like, yeah, man, I got like 4 to 8 hours. Let me get a smoke.
I don't think it was that. I think he literally was like, I'm fucking fine.
Okay. And he was just like, shut up. You don't know anything.
Well, I remember a person who went to visit him told me that he got like 1.5 down and was like shaking with effort to bring it up to his mouth. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, oh my God, are you all right? And he was just like, okay, wheel me outside. I need to smoke. Like, damn, dude. I mean, he was basically, the like.
This place is fucking hell.
From SpongeBob.
Yes.
That was him at that. He weighed 65 pounds when he died.
Wow. A true hollow.
He was raisined. He retained enough strength to light his own cigarettes and drag them. That's all he needed.
Carried him on.
I do wonder how. Do you think because what he died from was related to smoking, but it wasn't entirely smoking's fault, right? Do you think that they gave him extra power at the end? Like if he didn't smoke, do you think he would have died quicker?
Yes, I 100%.
They propped him up.
Yes, they did. He was suspending
in his own body to the cigarettes.
Yes. They were insulating him from the afterlife.
This kind of leads into something I was actually thinking about earlier today. If you somehow, in this world that I'm speaking of right now, if caterpillars smoked cigarettes and then they got lung cancer from smoking cigarettes and then they went into their cocoon, do you think they would have cancer when they emerged?
No.
Do you think it would just go away?
Yeah, because how I like to imagine it is that when the caterpillars go into their cocoon or their chrysalis, they just liquefy and then they just re-solidify.
That is what happens.
Oh, there you go, man. It gets dispersed. They're like,
But what if they got like super cancer in their whole body? Or would they be like a tar butterfly?
no,
Like
see, it would separate, right? Because you couldn't get a good emulsion with the cancer and the liquid bug, so it would actually separate. And so as they start to grow and reform, the cancer and the tar would stick to the inside of the chrysalis, and then they would be like, time to get back at it.
So in turn, do you think that this is like a secret hack that we're not allowed to know about?
Probably.
So
That's why everyone frowns on diarrhea. That's your insides.
That's cancer leaving the body.
Exactly. Quick, easy cleanup.
I was imagining if you could take your grandpa who's smoked 80 packs a day or whatever and like somehow genetically fuse him with a caterpillar to cure him, right? So he'd start to like molt or whatever the hell it's called when they go into their thing. And like I wonder what like a cigarette grandpa, like an 80-year-old cigarette grandpa would come out like. Maybe it'd be more like a Luna moth.
Okay.
They even have mouths when they literally emerge from their cocoon to go breed and then die, and they don't have a mouth to eat or anything.
For some reason, you're asking what they would look like coming out of it, and a 1940s sailor, like a Navy man, that's what they would turn into.
They would turn into a like Navy World War II veteran guy, like in service without a mouth.
Yes. Yep. They turn into seamen.
Maybe I was imagining like kind of like an old guy that's covered in the like fuzz that's on a June bug's belly.
Okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Those aren't those called Sicilians?
Maybe. But Sicilians are dark. Isn't the stuff on June bugs is like blonde, isn't it? Let's do some research.
I don't know, bug people. What kind of bug people hair do Sicilians have? Fucking sissies.
Enter. Yeah, dude, that's blonde.
It is blonde. Damn it.
Right there. That's good stuff. So imagine an old man with all his wrinkles and flaps covered in that type of hair. Would you like that?
Yes, I would.
So it's got, son, let me give you a hug.
It's got the same coverage as newborns have, how they have the little hairs everywhere. Is that the kind of coverage we're talking about?
Yeah, that would make sense. This is logical if you think about it.
It's rebirth.
Yes.
Wow.
So if you do that 2 or 3 times, you get the super grandpa who's immune to cigarettes. And
oh yeah, dude, we could replace the Canadian assisted suicide with this and make a bunch of money.
Did you the geezer chrysalising?
Yes. Did you know 1 in 20 deaths in Canada right now is the assisted suicide?
See, I didn't think that was I thought that was like a. You'll have to look that one up because I thought that was a thing that they didn't really do. I thought that it's entirely possible that you're right. I remember that dude who made the suicide pod. He did it to some lady in the woods and then it didn't work and he had to open it up and strangle her to death.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm literally looking for funding. This thing works great.
It was he brought it to some country and I think the way it was supposed to work is it flooded you with whatever gas they give you to knock you out.
Sure.
And then it basically just asphyxiated you, but it wasn't as airtight as he thought, so it just ran out of kill you gas before she died, and he was like, "Oh fuck, she's gonna wake up," and just had to open it up and strangle her. And yeah, the country that they were in was like, "Well, you murdered her," and then he was like, "I'm going out on my own terms," and the shit didn't work again.
My gosh, dude. Oh. Yeah, no, the assisted suicide now accounts for 1 in 20 deaths in Canada, and they normally it had a 10-day reflection period But they like
They expedited it.
yeah, though they literally waived it. They're like, hey, yeah, so it could be direct. They have a quick turnaround, so they're like, yeah, I'm not feeling good.
Dude, I feel like that's too much. Like I feel like
Yeah,
when you're like 90 and cancer ridden, you should be allowed to just be like, shoot me with a gram of morphine and call it. Okay.
right.
But if it's like, oh, my hips hurt and I'm 50, you shouldn't be able to
Yeah.
be like, I'd like to die. Like I just
Or you're like
don't know.
a 45-year-old lady that's like, I'm fat and my kids don't talk to me. It's time to go.
Goodbye.
Yes.
I want to pay my mortgage.
Jillian Michaels said I'll never mount to anything.
I wonder if I wonder what, like, do you think that there's like a way that you could weaponize that where you can like be like, I hate my neighbor, so I'm gonna forge a suicide like
100%. You could
request
like
sheet.
You could. So how I would do it is I would start talking shit on him, right, and psyop him, and like get a new car, he gets a new car. Get a pool, he gets a pool, and then I'll be like, yeah, I got this fancy fucking bed, bitch. I bet you can't get one. And then you'd be like, oh yeah, and then you like plug it
That's
in
the way
and
you would do it?
toast him.
I was
Yeah.
thinking more like an elementary school fake your parents' signature to go on a permission trip for a field trip. Permission
Okay.
slip for a field trip. And like fake his signature for the no, like, I'm very sad and would like to die. And then they like mail you the kill yourself medicine, and then you're just like, here, take a drink of this, and he dies.
There you go.
And everyone's like, wow, what happened? And you're like, yeah, I found this paperwork. He's been planning this for a while. And then everyone would ask what was the purpose of that, and you'd be like, because I could. I'm the Joker.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, Bonnie Blue should hop into a fucking suicide pod. Do you know who
Why
that
does-
is?
Okay, I know who that is, and I mean, she's just like some weird slag. I don't really understand why everybody cares so much about her. Like,
Well,
what-
because
what's
like
the
the latest like awesome new age thing that she's doing, she's now pregnant with somebody's child, and she like announced on like BBC News that she's gonna like, yeah, so for my baby shower, I'm actually gonna have like 100 people give me a golden shower, and then I'm gonna fuck 'em.
I mean, she's English, so like ew, but
Dude, we need a
I got me a baby. Would you like to take a whiz on me?
yes,
the most attractive woman in England.
yeah, dude, she's so fucking busted too.
I just genuinely don't really understand why everyone cares so much about her, because there was that thing where it was like she slept with 1,000 guys or whatever the thing was, like
Yeah,
something where it was like 5 million men lined up and put their wieners in her, and there were boomers that were like, we need to fucking nuclear bomb England. And I'm like, why do you care? Who
you know what would be more impressive if you had 500 Indian street meals and lived to tell the tale. Now that would be something I could get behind.
What, just a guy and like a line of street vendors and a guy like sweating and like walking down and taking a bite
Yes.
of each of them?
Yes.
That'd be,
Tell me you wouldn't watch that video.
I mean,
All in one day. These guys just like
probably wouldn't watch that if I'm being honest, but
not even in two times speed, just to get it over with. Imagine how
Oh.
sweaty he would be by the end.
I mean, there's not that many types of food, right? So you just be eating the same thing.
Yes.
Indians do have lots of like bugs and dirt
Yeah,
and stuff
so-
they eat, so
One cooked with feet, one cooked with hands.
I do kind of feel like if you were somewhere and there was one of those Indian street food type things happening where the guy's like cutting chicken with his toes,
Yeah.
I feel like you have to like stop and observe it. Even when we were in Thailand, I didn't see anything like that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I was in like the foot food area of Thailand. I think we were in like the sterilized like fake Bangkok zone.
Yes, the
right?
tourist area, the like whitewashed or safe
there's
for work
plenty of-
area.
Plenty of people that were screaming at each other in the bug language they speak.
Don't
It was, I mean, it was like immediately I just disassociated being around it because I was like, I shouldn't be here.
Dude, I know. Do you remember talking about like the toenail human cockfighting
Yes.
ring? The Indians might be a good pick for that.
With the wrestling thing is the
Yeah,
or
for the
just in
no
general.
the toenail
I know what you're
cockfighting.
saying, but
Yes.
are you referencing there's a video, a wrestling video, where they're like grabbing each other's buttholes. Was that the impetus of this, or did
No,
you have
the guy cutting the chicken with his toenails.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, see now
Did
that
you ever see
guy.
that video of those guys wrestling?
Oh yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
like not Armenian, but where they're all oiled up and like, all right, this isn't gay, but the only way you can grab them is you have to put your whole fist in their butthole, and you got to leverage them up, and you actually have to get extra oily.
Well, and that's the thing about it is that they wear like a rope diaper.
Yes.
Okay, but it would be far too lewd if they didn't wear the pants over top.
Ah, okay, so they're from
So
Turkey.
It looks
It's a Turkey.
even worse. That's the
Dude, it's you look up the images for it, and it's just grown dudes with their hands all the way down the back of their pants.
I remember. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the next big untapped. Are you getting some enjoyment out of this?
Yeah, I wish I could screen share because, like, holy shit, dude.
Can you not?
I don't know how.
See if I can just click the thing.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. At the bottom of your screen,
Yeah.
there should be a
Share?
Yeah.
Screen?
And then select the tab.
There we go.
There was a period of time where nice, completely freeze my computer. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that one. Well, this is on. Okay, well, fuck you, dude. This one, this one right here.
Dude, this is like making my computer explode. But yes, that I feel like what's like? Do you pick them up by that? Like, why are they oiled? You know, like why not just not oil each other and normally like what the? It is
like
funny,
what
though.
is the fuck is going on here?
What is one of those guys winning? That's what I want to know. Who's winning in this position?
How do you think this came about? Like some like sultan or whatever the fuck they have over there is like definitely not engaging in a homosexual act. Was like, no, this is the new sport I came up. Watch, come here, and then he was like, no.
See, I feel like it's probably like
ancient Turkey did
and two gay guys, and they were just like, oh, actually, I won when somebody walked in. You got to show me how to do this. And
it's like, wow, this looks really intense.
I do wonder with a lot of these things, like, how do you score that? You know,
right?
So, but I spent like during when the Dagestanis were starting to come into MMA and get really good at it, I spent a bunch of time trying to be like, okay, I'm going to use my giant brain to figure out what untapped area of the world is going to have the next like uprising of MMA people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of them that are just like, what the fuck is going on here? And that Turkish oil wrestling is one of them. And there's one dude who I think actually is kind of legit in the like Olympic wrestling that does do that, which is kind of funny. But, there's this African fighting where they tie one hand up in a giant rope ball.
Okay. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. And they each have like a
and
club and they
fucking
swang
beat the
at
shit
each
out of
other.
each other.
Yep.
And there were I think it's called like Dembe or something. And there were people that were like, this is the next big thing. There will be somebody, a Dembe man will win the UFC. And I don't think a single one of those dudes like ever survived long enough to go.
Yeah, dude.
I just
the fist looks like it weighs like 8 pounds, and they got like
it looks like a video game weapon. It looks like a star fist or something. It's honestly insane. You see stuff like that, and you know that's like started as a one village would fight the other village, and that's how they did it, so they didn't kill each other.
Sure.
Thing I think. And then the other one was those dudes like jumping off the tower with the vine wrapped around their leg to prove they're men.
Yep.
And it's like, I mean, if you were we got a gremlin down here, dude.
A gremmer.
One of the cats is trying to climb to the sump pump thing. If you were a child of the village, I feel like you would have to be like, I don't really think I need to jump off this tower with a vine wrapped around. I think
I don't want to do that.
Or like you need to kill a lion. I don't really know if that's like necessary. You know, like I feel like maybe yeah, you know.
Yes. How do you think the children of Papua New Guinea and the Lost Tribe were like, in order to become a man?
With the Sentinelese ones?
Yes. In order to become a man, you must come here. Suck
They,
my
trade
go-gurt.
coconuts with Indians. That's like normal.
Really?
Yeah, there was a thing where somebody was talking about how that lost tribe that they shot the dude who's trying to hand him a Bible.
Okay. Yeah.
Apparently they're not even. I mean, they're obviously uncontacted, like they're isolated, but apparently like Indian dudes on boats will just like drive by and be like, "You want a coconut?" And they'll like swim out and hang out with them for a while and drink coconut water together. And So this is more of like a willingly hiding in the woods and wearing like horns on your dick with your friends, more so than thinking the metal sky gods are flying over them, which I kind of understand. It would be kind of cool to live somewhere where you could just like basically be completely naked and fine,
Yeah. Yeah, but then you'd have to like suck a dick as a rite of passage. And
I don't know. Is this a thing or are you just asserting this?
no, dude, that's the thing. I'm trying to find out the specific tribe. But there's their coming of age ceremony is you have to like suck all the dudes' dongs
The
or
elders'
something.
dicks.
Yes. I'm not kidding. Let me
Sounds
see.
like some sort of like Middle Eastern thing to me. That doesn't sound like a.
Maybe it sounds.
New Guinea. Where is that?
It's an island in the ocean.
That narrows it down.
It's north of Australia.
Okay.
Papua
Yeah, so
New
that
Guinea.
is what yes. I think that they were one of those eat all their friends tribes too.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever watch Deadliest Warrior?
Yes. I liked that. That was hot. That tickled my ot. I liked that a lot.
I think every child who watched it liked it. Do you remember in that the episode where it was the Maori warrior versus I don't even know who it was fighting. Do you remember that?
Maybe. I don't.
Do you remember the one where they were testing all the like shark tooth weapons? And
Okay.
stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, you know how they do the like historical recreation of like, oh, this is a fucking Maori guy, and this is what they would do, and it would be like a dude in the jungle doing something.
Yep.
Like a video, like a shitty fake video of a guy fighting another dude with a shark stick.
Okay.
Well, that I remember very distinctly, and it has always stuck with me, where they talk about eating their fallen enemies as like to like trap their soul and punish them or whatever. And there's this part when the guy's it's like a the bottom of one of those Mexican mortar and pestles, the stoneware ones, and he's just eating like ground beef out of it with his hands, growling in the middle of the jungle alone. And it was like he's trapping his enemy's soul by consuming his flesh. And I was like, okay.
Oh, please no.
And I'm pretty sure it was also literally a white guy with Maori tattoos painted on. It wasn't even like a
okay.
Yeah. So the production budget was not
yeah, it wasn't very good, but they definitely had some good gigs in there. And it's the Sambian tribe of Papua New Guinea. So if you ever wanted to be
what
like
type of what like genre of human are they?
Here, I'll show you. Now that I know how to share the screen.
I like how the screen is changing brightness on your face, and it's like changing what you're.
I'm really regretting putting this up.
Scroll down more. Okay, so you've got.
These are the coming of age.
Okay.
Yes.
I was very confused what I was looking at there for a minute.
Yeah, no, you see around the eyes, it's like, what?
Wait, are they? Oh, those are like Aborigines.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like literally, I think it's like 100 miles away from Australia or something.
I know, but they get like kind of Chinese out there too. That's why I'm.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I never saw a Chinese Aboriginal in Quigley.
Well, no,
that's where I get all my historical data from Australia.
Yeah, I don't think I would like to be one of them, if I'm being honest.
Well, you can walk around naked in the woods and not care, but you also got to suck a dong when you're like 14.
I don't know why you would want that as an adult either.
Are you kidding me? You don't think that guy knows what he wants?
I feel like these people are like operating at like the lowest possible, like it's only their brainstem is functioning because they, you know what I mean? That's what I think. Like
Only the broccoli stem is actually firing.
The brain stem, that's like the thing that controls your breathing or whatever. And I just don't think anyone who has any sort of like self-actualization is sticking bones through their nose and dancing through the jungle. And I just don't believe that.
Dude, the ones that always weird me out, the ones that have the lip things.
Yeah, dude,
that one fucking hurts me.
Yeah, they like knock their teeth out with hammers and stuff.
Yep. Or the neck stretchers where they put rings on their necks.
Yeah, and have you ever seen when they take them off? And it's like completely.
They all become basically newborns where they can't hold their heads up.
Well, I know there was one person who they like studied them, and this might just be not true, but there was a woman who got brought to England to be like studied. And I think it might have been the 1800s, and they took the rings off, and her vertebrae were so stretched it just like pinched her spine, and she died. Yeah. So that's pretty brutal, man.
I was thinking about this downstairs, trying to get one of the kids to sleep. He's a newborn. You know how they like barely hold their heads up and they fall down. Imagine a universe or a realm where that never went away, and that's how everyone had to live every day. So you're like driving your car to work, and you're like.
Yeah, I feel like everyone would just be wearing neck braces if that was the case. Either that or the people with no necks would be evolved.
Oh, that's a good point. Cheat code. Yeah, so I thought that'd be funny. Very rich culture.
Seen people with like zero neck. Did you ever have to wrestle somebody who had like zero neck at all? And it's like, dude, I can't like grab you.
I don't think so. I did have to basically wrestle one of the oiled up Turkish people because the guy sweated so much, and it was like, holy shit,
Yeah,
this is an ultimate defense mechanism right here.
Yes, when you become clammy and slip away.
Yes. You can be the strongest dude in the world, but if you gotta wrestle a fish, you're not getting them.
There was this dude that I remember he would, I don't even know, he was always around, and I would always have to practice with him from other schools. And he had like no neck at all. It was insane. Like his like traps went up to his ears.
Sure.
And it's when you're trying to get a hold of him, it's like unfair. There's nothing there. It's like you just like I don't know. I remember also there was this really fat kid in middle school, and he was impossible to pin because there was no flat spot on him. He was perfectly round.
Wow.
So you try to like you would literally roll him over, and he would just keep going and pin you.
He would keep rolling.
Dude, it was like.
He was so round, he was frictionless. He would just continue.
Yes, and he was so fat that there were almost no one would wrestle him normally in like meets in middle school because I think the limit was like 200 pounds. And in order for somebody to wrestle him, they had to like get like the parents' approval or something.
Yeah, dude, that's a fucking health hazard. Are you kidding me? Drop 300 pounds on a kid, bro. They're gonna die.
Time to die.
He could trip and fall, and you'd break his shit.
Well, I don't know. I just remember him sitting on the mats eating nachos while everyone else wrestled.
Nice.
They would be like, "Oh, this kid will wrestle you," and he's like, "Okay," and he would just let them take him down and roll over on top of him. And it was like, "What do you mean? What are you gonna do?" So maybe that's the actual to be the king of the jungle. You have to amass as much fat as possible and just roll over on each other. So like when like the two like the silverback gorillas vie for supremacy.
Okay.
It would be like two gigantic fat guys, and they would just be slowly rolling over on top of each other.
So the gods get noble, basically.
Yes, but I'm imagining like the plains, the Sahara plains, and there's two just gigantic fat guys, and everybody's around them watching, and they're rolling, and they like finally meet, and then they start to roll, and they just don't stop rolling over and over. There's no place to land, and it's like knocking the whatever trees over there are, and like ripping people's limbs off that get too close, until finally they run out of steam, and one guy ends up on the bottom, and it's like, well, the victor has been chosen.
There you go.
And then the whole tribe eats the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Or the guy that won, the fat guy, eats it to increase his fatness.
Maybe. I like to imagine it's like he gives it to the next generation so they can raise their champion.
Their rulers.
Yeah.
Interesting. I could see that happening. I think the Japanese call that sumo.
We'll have our own sumo episode on here. Don't worry. Well, I'll get Ben on here to talk about sumo.
Very good.
He would be very offended that that's your opinion of it.
I know. That's kind of why I'm laying the groundwork here. I need to get him to Spurg.
I was so have you seen any like basketball stuff at all recently?
I watched the
NBA?
Pistons one time and then was
Okay.
like, wow, I don't know why they're good because they're not good
you-
right now.
Do you know the dude on the Spurs, like Victor Wembanyama?
Isn't he like 7 feet 11
He's-
inches or some
Look at a
shit?
picture of him. I think he's like 7'5". He's one of the biggest people who doesn't have gigantism. Like he's just a normal guy that is that big. So he doesn't have any sort of
Okay.
his body isn't self-destructing as bad as a person who their brain is being like crushed and they're like,
Sure.
I must grow.
Yeah, he's a gangler.
So you see, and I just had this. I was sitting there and I was looking at a picture of him, and it was apparently him and some guy on Oklahoma City like fucking hate each other or something. I don't know. There's a picture of him and he was standing over the dude on the ground, and I was looking at how shrimpy his legs look.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, how big in diameter do you think those things are? Like for real?
Like his thighs?
It's like one dimension all the way up.
Dude, honestly, it looks like it's only like 10 inches.
It's not.
They're
10
fucking
inches diameter.
tiny.
I'm saying diameter. You think his leg is 10 inches in diameter?
Yes, actually 2.
That's what
I'm doing mental calculations here. Let's see. That's 7 feet 5 inches.
It looks like it's like
20
4 inches diameter.
Yeah, they're fucking tiny, dude.
Yes, they're like chicken legs, right?
Yes.
So I was imagining, and I was sitting there about how it makes me want to put like a giant eye hook in a drill and just like put his leg in it and just snap it up. Like just like floor the drill and just like and like snap it up and like the confetti all crinkled up and just do that to all of his limbs. That's
you could do that. You could like sneak in and be like, all right, you come in as the trainer and you're like taping them up and you're like, all right, here you go. And they're like, what is that? And you're like, oh, it's one of those massage guns. Don't worry about it. And you take his shoe off and you're like, what are you doing? I was like, don't worry about it. You slide it on his foot and they go.
Yeah. He'd probably play really good after that. Have you ever seen that picture of Kevin Durant with no shoes on and his feet look like dog legs?
No.
Let me see if I can find it. It's very disturbing. He has these like really weird proportioned feet. And they're super narrow.
Okay.
Like super narrow because he's like a very obviously a very skinny guy.
Sure.
Oh, let me see. I'll do this again. Share screen. And like,
oh
yeah. Do you see what I'm saying,
dude?
Like what? Like, but this in particular, like this, like, doesn't that look like a dog leg?
Yeah,
like,
dude. Even the one in the flip flops, you can see it. It looks like the elbow of the dog or whatever.
Like, I feel like you could put like a dog body there and just a little paw right there, and he can just run really quick. Like, what the heck is this? Look at this.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, you do. Like, look at that, dude.
How is that even a thing? That's gotta be photoshopped.
No, that's what they look like. And I always imagine this, like, I mean, his foot is so narrow, right?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
How does he stay standing?
Wide base.
Let me see
wide base.
He's got an 18.
Oh my gosh! Nominally,
I mean,
what's that? What's that dimension and that's nominally?
God damn it! I think it's pretty big, obviously, but 13.5 inches. So that's
okay.
But the point of this is I wear between a 13 and a 14. Okay, so his foot is obviously much longer than mine, right?
Right.
But my weird hobbit foot might be able to kind of like fold over his foot like a hot dog bun,
yeah.
Right? Imagine having that, a nice hobbit foot and Kevin Durant meat sandwich.
Hell yeah.
Let's look up shoe facts really quick.
Excuse me, shoe facts. Get your shoe facts.
pennyloaferfacts.net. I mean, he has to have. So it's with the width of shoes. It go like an A is very small, or that's like the narrow as possible, right?
Right.
Like so E, so triple E or quadruple E. So was it be like a half A? That's the narrow.
A lowercase a shoe.
Yeah. Or maybe it goes the other way, a Z.
He would not fare well in the toenail fighting league.
He's got reach though, man.
He's got reach, but I mean it's so fragile.
I don't think it matters. It's like a hypodermic needle. You put
I guess
poison
it
on
is.
those toenails.
I guess it is the first to draw blood. I think those were the rules.
That was your rules?
I think that was the rules. Yeah, the first to draw blood.
I want to just get this out there because this has nothing to do with anything. But I remembered this, and I know I never said it, and it was the if we had the like pedophile themed pizza place, and we could have the Pepstein pizza, and it would have a bunch of little pepperonis on it, like a big pepperoni with a little one next to it. That'd be the
nice,
the one. And I had a couple other ones, but I don't remember them now. But I just had to get that out. I was also I only have ever been to 2 or 3 Lutheran churches for like a long enough period of time to sit through the final like 30 minutes of them doing the goodbye thing.
Yeah.
Do they do all of them? All the ones I went to did the same, like, may the Lord bless you and keep you thing.
Yeah, the benediction.
Okay, is it the same at every single one of them?
It's the same at all of the Missouri Synod ones.
It's like let me look.
Because there's like the gay tranny Lutherans, and then there's like the actual like lowercase c Catholic Lutherans.
May the Lord electrocute you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Google AI. I tried to get the thing that the full benediction. And it just responded with Google AI. Thank you so much. This is a beautiful sentiment. That was like me talking to it. Like, yeah. Okay. So it was the whatever. There's a longer one that I remember. Sometimes they would do they'd bust it out on special occasions.
Okay.
Where it had like an extra 2 or 3 lines. And it was always like took me aback when they would do it because like you kind of know like you get into the habit of like okay and like walk
and you go to stand up,
yes, and they just keep going. It's like the same thing with have you ever had to go to like a Catholic funeral and the Lord's Prayer is slightly different and you're like
yes, yeah,
it's just they like jump scare you with some extra little thing. Well, I was thinking about how it was. You know, I'm not gonna say this one. I think this one might not be good. I'm just not gonna say this.
It's a little too much. Is it too large of a glass for white milk?
I think I might have to like practice the cadence of it, or it's just gonna sound like nonsense in a
just babbler.
I will send it to you or talk to you about it tomorrow, so you can understand what I'm saying. Because if you aren't aware of it, it just is like, what the fuck are you saying? Do you know those videos of like it'll be like a clip, like a YouTube short, a TikTok reel or whatever of like a hole in a tree and then an old guy like, don't put your dick in it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that cool genre of like weird old guy sexualizing things?
Yes.
Right? So I was thinking about how it'd be good to make a channel that does that exclusively.
That sexualizes things?
Yes. But you start with like the obvious thing where it's like an old fat guy giggling and like a vacuum cleaner is like, don't stick your dick in that, and it gets like 8 million quintillion views and every old guy's laughing and whatever. You start there with the easy ones and then slowly start getting more and more just like obtuse and nonsensical with it, right? Until you get to the point where it's like a picture of just like a picture frame and you're just like dying laughing like
don't stick your
think it yeah just like that exactly, and just keep going through items that don't make like any fucking sense, right?
Hell yeah.
It'll just be like a I don't know, like a Christmas tree, and you're like tears rolling down your face, hyperventilating. Like, I know what you're gonna do, boy. Don't even think.
That's funny.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
I can
that could
actually
be-
see that being a thing. You should do it.
Maybe. I'm not old though. That's my retirement plan.
There you go.
I guess I could dye my beard white.
Ah. And then you could just use like the Snapchat old filters and just let it run.
I feel like that'd be a good one. That would work if you could pay one of those like old toothless crackhead black guys to do it. That's like the
Hell yeah.
vibe we need.
Yes. That would be, yeah. We don't have a very good homeless source though. Not like you have to go. Oh, you know what?
We could just find one. Just walk around until we find. I'm sure someone we know knows one.
Hey man, y'all got
the
a
other-
bum?
The other, I did also. This one's for you more so than anyone listening. But when I saved the turtle today with the folding chair,
Yeah.
it was the meanest turtle I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
It was coming after me.
Really?
As soon as I got it was running towards me, biting. Okay, and I was like, oh my god, and I had to jump into the back of my truck and grab the chair that was there and like scoop it up, and it was climbing up the chair, biting the metal and like the fabric and ripping pieces off, hissing at me. And I was like, oh my
What the fuck?
God.
Wow.
Yeah, and it literally, like, I got the thing scooped up and it was running at me, and I got the thing on the chair, and I'm like, okay, I can pick it up. And I started to pick it up, and it started running up the chair at me. And it was like at least 20 pounds.
Dude, what the fuck did you do to it?
I don't know. And I literally like screeched. I was like, ah, and I flipped it, and it just rolled onto its back, and I scooted it up the curb so that it wasn't on the road anymore. And I flipped it back over, and it like looked and saw that I helped it a little bit, and it just retracted into its shell and hissed at me.
That's
but
funny.
I was like, dude, this thing might get me.
It's coming for you.
In the chair, in the bed of my truck, the padded back of the folding chair, it literally was like ripping chunks of it out and like hissing. So I don't know.
When you said you rescued it with a chair, I like to imagine you're like, oh man, a turtle's trying to cross the road. You get out, you grab the folding chair, and you just go, boom, and you hit it. Like, all right, yeah, saved him. I got him.
Took one. Let's see. What I thought you were gonna say is you were picturing me run into traffic, busy road, set a folding chair up, put the turtle on the chair, and then run back into my truck and drive.
Well, that'd be
away.
good too. Yeah. There you go.
Like, now you're safe, buddy. Just don't move ever. But yeah, those ones I was pretty impressed with the speed of which he could.
Was it a normal snapper or an alligator snapper?
It was a normal snapper.
Okay.
But it was a big one though. It was a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. It might have been a lady. I don't know. It was mad at me though. I was like,
bro,
dude,
that shit would hurt so bad to get bit by one of those. Oh my god.
Yeah, I do think it was not prepared to bite down on metal though.
Okay, good.
Because it took a second. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, learn your damn lesson, kid.
And I was like, man, because I know I don't remember when I was younger. I used to know the secret turtle location where you could grab them and they couldn't bite you. But I'm not willing to. When I was younger, I was like, "Oh, I'll just pick them up, right?"
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Now I know the only ones I'll pick up are the painted turtles.
Yes, those are nice.
Or the red-eared sliders.
Yeah, my dad would tell me back in the day, like when he was a kid, it was a big thing to like get turtles and like paint designs on them.
Yeah, that's like fucked.
But like it suffocates them internally, and so like all around his neighborhood, there would just be like dead turtles, cars running over them, and he'd be like, "Yeah, they look like hamburgers. I didn't eat hamburgers for a year after that."
See, I kind of don't blame. I would have never guessed that they need their shell to be like perfectly moistened for them to breathe. That's not a thing I would have thought of, but. They still like sell painted turtles at fairs and stuff.
Dude, imagine just being like a little wiggler, and you're like a little kid. Oh, look at how pretty he looks, and it's like this glorious thing. The inside, like the turtle's inner monologue's just like, dear God,
you're going George Floyd mode.
Yes, exactly. No, George, you look so pretty. Don't die.
No. I did write a nice song for you, but I'll have to play that later because I don't want to.
I almost hit. I was driving home and I got stopped at a stoplight right before I got home, and this
You almost played it.
this YN was bumping, and I was like, I tried to look for it as quick as I could, but the light turned green. I was like, damn it, dude. But we'll get it.
Just keep it.
I am. We're gonna get we'll get another shot. You know, it's summertime, windows rolled down, so if only I can get
You know what? That is a good. One of my neighbors plays music so fucking loud, and it's like the worst mix of music I've ever heard. Today was Christian rock. Okay,
nice.
And he was just revving a dirt bike, listening to Christian rock so loud, and I'm like, dude, what is going on over there? Like, what the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are the set of circumstances to lead to you pointing a speaker
in my direction? Yes.
Yeah, and rev a dirt bike for like an hour. Like, what are you even fucking doing?
Yeah.
That is a good point. That would be a good one. If I got my own giant speakers, I could borrow some from Rich.
Yes.
Like stage speakers, and just play a soundtrack of AI music that I made about being gay, like as loud as possible. I bet you that would have some sort of effect. There would be casualties, unrelated people that are stuck between our houses. They probably wouldn't like that.
Hey man, that's the cost of doing business. I mean, you should upload them to the channel and give
maybe
let the boys swim.
I don't really want to. I'm not like a anti-AI guy really, but there's something that feels like weird to me about just like uploading that, you know what I mean?
Dude, you don't want to support the clankers?
Yeah, heckin' clankers. No, it's not even that. It's just like it feels like,
dude, if Luke Bryan gonna have AI write him a song, you can upload the Menace State.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll need to like I wonder if I could find a local rapper to perform it.
We know a local rapper.
I know, that's exactly where my mind was going. I was like, damn, dude, maybe
we could do that.
I wonder what the price on that would be. I wonder what
I bet you get it done for a 50.
Man, I don't know. But I really want when they're like reading off their phone and fucking black people, like that thing. I want that, but I want like a in real time reaction to them reading it, not knowing what the words are going to be.
Okay, yeah.
That's what, and then like have them locked in the booth so they can't get to me when they start to read them. is what I would like. I think that'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Especially I don't know. I wonder which one of those would trick them the most. Whatever. I had one written that I'll send you the audio file because I think it's kind of funny, but I don't want to play it right now. Like I said, have you ever seen? You know in like Supernatural and stuff where they're like, I need to like summon a demon, and they like cut their hand really fucking bad, and it's always like, why are you doing that?
Which always fucking irritated me, because you just need the blood, right? Why are you cutting it in like the most inconvenient spot on your body that's you have to use the palm of your hand all the time, and they always cut the fucking palm of their hand, and it's like, cut the back of your arm or something.
Like, so what I was picturing was to have the setup for a horror movie. Like, like a cult, or like a some guy who's studying the occult or fucking whatever, right? And he's like, time for the ritual, and he's like doing it like Balthazar El Googliban or whatever, come I call you, and does the thing where they like cut your arm to summon him. It's like, oh shit, and he cuts it like way too deep and bleeds out. And then the demon shows up.
Oh no.
Yeah, the demon shows up and he's like trapped in the circle and he can't get out, and he's like, fuck, not again. And the guy's like dead on the ground. And the whole premise of the movie is like a family moves in or something. And because, he wasn't summoned by them, they can't see him, and he's like trying to get their attention, and he's like rattling shit on the walls and like please help, and like throwing pictures at them, and they're like, I think there's a ghost in here. and he's like, whatever. So then they I don't know, something happens, and it's
that would be really cool. That would be a very funny animated short. Like, all right, here we go, and you just like, oh shit, oh no,
I feel cold, and they fall over. Or I'm trying to remember what they even fucking do it for. Don't they like seal the port or something with, or what do they need their blood for when they like trap something? Isn't that a thing?
The only thing that I can think of in Supernatural is when they do like the banishment spell that they draw out of blood.
You're like, you and your brother are like, get out of here, and you banish them. Like, I don't feel good, and
No.
both of you die, and they come back to get you, and they're like, wait, what? What happened?
I thought you were gonna go with like, all right, time to summon him, and everyone's like, oh, and they pull out a knife, and the guy just turns around, and he's just jerking off. Like, we need to get the seed to summon him, and
Well,
everyone's
that
like,
was
wait,
actually,
what?
that is a major plot line in one of the Hellboy books.
Really?
A novel, yeah. There's a part when there's like the disemboweled head of some hag, and she's like, come in my mouth for my power. And I read it as like a 10-year-old, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on.
What
And
does
then I
that
remember-
mean? Why does he need to come? He's already there.
Well, the way it was described was Hellboy walked in, and I assume they didn't want to just outright say what was going on for some reason, which made it incredibly confusing as like a child. And it was like he was hunched over on the bed, breathing heavily, cradling 2 small swollen pink balls in his hand. Yeah, and I was like, what? Like what? And it was like, Hellboy was like, you didn't just do that, did you? And it was like, she was asking me to. And it took me forever to figure out what that even meant.
Jeez.
So
Jeez, dude.
Yes.
Speaking of the AI sound music, Wheeler Walker did a diss track or a parody of Luke Bryan's, and it's really good if you were wondering. It's very good.
I don't know. I just don't understand how that music is still, like, specifically that Luke Bryan song. It's like the most just nothing song ever, and it's popular.
I know.
You know, like, it's
I
like,
know.
How do you? What the fuck, dude? I don't.
This
I don't
is
get
why
it.
the suicide rate is 1 in 20, gentlemen. Because of
Canada,
Luke
this is
Bryan.
why.
Yes.
You did this to me, Luke.
No, Lucas, stop. But he won't
I
stop.
was listening to this thing, or I was listening to an old Opie and Anthony episode with the goat Patrice, and he was talking about how like Michael Vick was getting out of jail and blah blah blah, and people were like, well, can you ever forgive him? And his opinion was like, well, once you pay your debt to society, it's like it doesn't matter if somebody forgives you or not. Like you're free
Right,
to
you're
sleep,
square. You did it.
whatever. And I was thinking about that a little bit, and I was like, man, like I don't know, like there's that whole, should prison exist to punish you or like rehabilitate you, right? Like, that's a debate. And I was thinking about it, and like I couldn't come up with an answer myself because like I kind of see both sides. It's like if there were no people that couldn't be rehabilitated, if everybody was capable of being rehabilitated, it would be better if you could rehabilitate criminals, right?
Right. But that's
But
not the
also that's
case.
straight up just not the case. And then it's like also there are things where it's like you should be punished. I don't care like what anyone said. Like there's like and then I was thinking about it, and I was like, what if we just split that in half? What if half the prison?
Yeah, there you go. It was like a rehabilitation.
No, the first half of your sentence was prison or punishment, and the second half is rehabilitation. And you just have like the most insane people ever in charge of the punishment section. Right? So it'll be like, all right, you get a 5-year sentence, and they're like, oh, okay. And it's like, yeah, but 4 years punishment. And you're like, oh, no. And there's just people like peeling your skin off and like putting cigarette butts out on you and stuff.
There you go.
And then it's like they're like, okay, now that you're finally like through your punishment, like whatever, we're gonna rehabilitate you, and you're just in a wheelchair with like no limbs, and, your eyes are gouged out, and you can't talk. And they're like, yeah, actually, there's like a very, very, very low recidivism rate. What's the word? What's the? I think it is recidivism, isn't it? Or,
What the where they do it again and again?
Crimes, yeah. Whatever. We'll just say it's that.
Yeah,
I'll
there you
sound
go.
smart if I say that. They do less crimes because they're nuggets. Is the point?
Yeah, we have a very high success rate for
That's what I'm saying.
rehabilitation.
These guys are all rehabilitated. No crimes ever happen.
We have
after.
0 repeat offenders.
That's what I'm saying, man. And they're just like a skin nugget
Shipping out nuggets.
Yeah. I mean, it would work, wouldn't it?
Hey, stats don't lie, man.
But then you'd have to have I don't know. It's like you'd have to have like the prisoners being the punishers to the other prisoners, so that
Well, that's part of the
have to, like,
rehabilitation. You become the Punisher.
when the nugget or the nuggeter becomes the nuggetee or whatever
Yes.
they you have to have
Fucking
like a mech suit
nugglers.
for them to ride in.
Exactly. They all ride steam-powered spiders, and they stab and poke.
We need like 5 more minutes. You got to give me something good, Levi.
5 more minutes, huh?
Yes, 5 more minutes. We gotta
What am I-
we gotta theorize the perfect scenario.
For the rehabilitation of prisoners.
No, just anything in the world. Anything. Think.
I was
Levi,
talking to
think.
one of the guys who we used to work with, and he's a bus driver mechanic now. Okay, for a school, and he sent me a photo of like, yeah, last day of school, bus drivers came back to park the bus. They hit 3 cars, got in their car, and just drove home. And I was like, wait,
Nice.
what? And he's like, yeah, they just backed into a bunch of cars and drove off. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, and so I asked him, like, so hey, are they all like salty assholes, like all of them? And he's like, every single one is like the worst human being you'll ever meet. And I was trying to, what is like the worst profession or like the shittiest disposition someone had? And what profession would that exist? And I can't think of a better one than like a bus driver.
Ice cream truck driver.
You think so?
Every single one of them is the saltiest criminal I've ever seen in my life. Every single one of them, dude.
I feel like a lot of them are just like greedy Iranians, but like,
Dude, I am.
you
telling
think
man.
you think those be a public transport bus driver?
They have to pass a background check.
That's a good point.
Yeah, the ones that were at my cousin's. We would go over there, and the ice cream truck would come around, and it was the parents would not let us go alone because there were lots of stories about it. Okay, and
You're right. You don't need it. You just need a fucking truck and a cooler, man.
The truck the guy had, there was 2 of them. One of them was one of those little Chevy panel vans.
Okay.
That was white with a plumbing company logo that he painted over with blue spray paint and then put a stencil of an ice cream cone on.
Jeez,
rolled the
dude.
window down and handed ice cream out. And the other guy had a S10.
Damn.
And he would play the music with the speakers loud and the windows rolled down. Yeah, so yes.
How do you not just like have like get arrested immediately? Like, yeah, that guy's a pedo. He's driving. Yeah, look at that car. Get that car out of here.
That is kind of a thing that I did wonder about. Like, is like there were times where multiple people who lived near there were like, maybe they were just made up stories, but they're like, yeah, he tried to grab a kid, and it's like, well, why is anyone
not doing anything?
Maybe this was just made up, but I'm telling you that my cousin's parents, my aunt and uncle, would not let us go there alone.
Damn.
I remember that distinctly, and I remember them like doing a head count of all of the children that went to the ice cream truck before. So it's like, so that was like an alligator can't grab the weak one kind of thing there.
Okay, so the worst disposition of any job exists in the ice cream truck. What's the best disposition? Because the one I have is like the people that live in like the private neighborhoods or whatever, and they have the lake, like the one that we have near us, and there's like a house there, and it's like the caretaker of the area, and the like chillest dude I've ever met was the caretaker of like a private residence lake house, and I was like, man, this guy's chill as hell, dog. I mean, he would like bum cigarettes off of me when I was 15. It was like, all right, if you guys are going to drink, just throw your cans away.
I mean, that is it's like just to not have a real job and be relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, literally just exist. Like, you don't have a mortgage. You just like sit there and you live on a lake and you don't have to pay like $3,000 a month to live there.
See, I feel like the job from The Shining would honestly be pretty good. If like that would make you know this, or you'd never.
No, I don't think I've ever seen The Shining.
Okay, well,
I know it's about a hotel and Jack Nicholson.
That is the movie. Yes. He
So a hotel, a valet.
no, it's the ski resort in the off season, and you have the resort all to yourself in the mountains with there's like 5 backup generators, all the food you can want, and there's just nobody bothering you for like 3 months, and you get paid like $100,000 to stay there.
Dude, that'd be pretty
That's
titties.
right.
Throw
That's
some
what I'm
partridge
saying.
up in the mountains. Hell yeah.
No, dude, just stay inside and kill your family or whatever. Apparently, and that was the big argument was Stephen King didn't like the adaptation because in his book it was supposed to be like whatever the dude's name was, I forget, was a good boy, and the hotel made him evil.
Oh,
But Kubrick was like, "That's fucking gay, dude," and made it like Jack
well.
Nicholson's character is like like thinly veiled rage, and
Uh-huh.
the hotel is tempting something that was already there, which makes it much more realistic. Instead of like, "Yep, everything was completely fine. This guy never would have done it. Oop, a ghost told him to do it, and he did." Like that doesn't make any
Yeah,
fucking
that's
sense.
gay.
So. And there's also the part when it's the
The
like
worms told
evil
me.
bartender is like, "You should kill your wife," and Jack Nicholson's like, "Pour me another one. I'm going to kill my fucking wife."
Okay. That's some strong.
No,
Um,
the Shining's good, dude. There's also that really cool like that snowmobile tractor thing that's cool. Like it's like the
no.
the snow rescue vehicles where it's like a cab on tractor with giant treads.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. They have one of those in it.
I'd get one of those. I'd drive it around. I think as homework, we need to watch the movie you sent by AI slop accident on Snapchat the other day because I've never heard of it. I didn't even know
I've seen
that
like
was a
half that
thing.
movie.
Yeah.
I can tell you about it right now.
Is it
What do you wanna
bad?
know?
Is it good?
It's terrible. Do you know what it's about?
I read the description that you sent me. It's like a couple goes on vacation and they get old really quick.
There's a beach that a bunch of people go to, and it's like for some reason they're trapped on the beach,
Mm-hmm.
and the time moves like a million times quicker or something on the beach, and there's like this part where the girl is standing there, and then she's just like got like a giant pregnant belly, and then it's just like and like old and dead on the ground.
Well,
Yeah, and then I think it's if you touch the water maybe or something.
dude,
I think
he is such a fucking, it is incredible. He doesn't have like a single mediocre movie. He either's got good or like absolutely horrible, terrible mistakes.
I feel like yeah, I mean
Because like
that is
The Village, banger. Signs, banger. Sixth Sense,
see
banger.
I was actually gonna say I thought that The Village was like mediocre. Like that was kind of like I think that like that is it's on the lower end of good to okay is my opinion.
Yeah, but I think if you were to like
anybody
pull the
who claims it's terrible is just wrong. But
right, right. But I mean, like, and then you have like the Lady of the Water.
The Happening.
Yes, and like,
Yes.
how? But I mean, I guess even I just don't understand. Like, dude, how can
I
you
could
hit
probably
that?
make a pretty bad movie.
But could you make
I need
a
someone to give
really
me
good movie
100.
though?
Do you want me to make a really good movie?
Could you? And then make a really bad movie. Actually, if you
I
made
mean,
the bad movie first, that'd probably go over better.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like most movies are just essentially this like good. It's like a rehashing of the same few stories.
I don't know, man.
Kinda like
I think the Roundhead Vampire Hunters would be good.
the Waterhead Vampire Hunters.
The Roundhead, the Downey Vampire Hunter movie. I think that would
They
be
call
pretty
them
hot too.
Waterheads. They don't call them Roundheads.
I call them Roundheads. That's my new thing. Because they're round.
Okay.
They're bulbous. A waterhead?
Yeah, you got water on the brain.
Oh.
That's
We
literally
all
like
have
you're a
water in the
waterhead.
brain.
No, like when you're born with water in your brain, that means you're like retarded.
You're telling me
That's
there's
like
no water in your brain right now?
No, I'm saying that specifically a waterhead is like it's like medically retarded. Like, you know what I mean? They quit phasing out of the milk.
Okay. I think that would be a
Do you
good
have
movie.
Any closing statements to the audience, Levi? You want to have them call you gay on Instagram?
Everyone, please like, subscribe, comment, kiss me, give me a good boy pat on the head, and yeah, don't go to
Comment the
Canada.
ninja emoji on the Instagram.
Yes, if you guys have any creative slurs, hook a brother up. Let's hear.
So we can get like much dislike.
Permaband, yes.
Yeah. That is, I have been saving. We'll talk about it next time, the TikTok thing. But
Okay.
Whatever. So say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.